Well, hello and welcome to another Digimon TCG Battle Royale. We finally have the fearsome foursome back together, so what better way to celebrate it than with some good old Digimon card gaming. And we've got a colorful cast of decks to showcase this round. Introducing Stanislavon Examon, Stanislavon Adventure, Vladislavon Medusamon, and I'll be playing Necromon. So we got some completely new stuff, and stuff that got some new toys in the latest set. And with the introductions out of the way, let's jump right into the game. And it looks like we're going on an adventure. Stanislav hatches a Tsunomon, evolves it into the Adventure Palmon, and for 3 memory plays the Adventure Biomon. With its own play effect, he reveals the top 3 cards of his deck, those being Zudomon, Togemon, and Garudamon. Unfortunately for him, there are no tamers in sight. He adds Togemon to his hand, the rest is sent to the bottom of his deck. And it's Vladislav's turn with 3 memory. He hatches a Digimon. For 3 memory he plays the Lysamon. With its own play effect, he reveals from the top of his deck an offense training and 2 BT-21 Oven Dreadnoughts. Not an ideal search for him either. He adds Oven to his hand, the rest is sent to the bottom of his deck. He evolves Digimon into another Lysamon, and for 3 memory he plays the Oven he added, giving me 3 memory. I hatch a Demi-Meramon, evolve it into the BT-20 Ghostmon. Next I play Analog Youth for 2 memory, revealing from the top of my deck a BT-21 Ghostmon, Phantomon, and Metal Phantomon. I add Phantomon to my hand, the rest is sent to my trash. Finally, for 3 memory I play the BT-21 Ghostmon, and it's Stanislav's turn with 2 memory. He hatches a Babydomon, and it looks like even after a mulligan he doesn't have a level 3, because he just plays the green and red Cordramon for 5 memory, giving 3 memory to Stanislav. He moves Palmon to the battle area, and for 3 memory plays another Biomon, this time revealing a Lilymon, a Gatomon, and finally a tamer, Mimi and Joe. He adds Mimi and Joe and Lilymon to his hand, and Gatomon is sent to the bottom of his deck. He attacks Vladislav's security with Biomon, checking a red memory boost, which is placed in his battle area. And for 2 memory he evolves Palmon into the Adventure Kabuterimon, and with its when Digivolving effect, he plays Sora and Joe from his hand without paying the cost. And it's Vladislav's turn with 2 memory. He keeps an Lysamon in the raising area. At the start of his main phase he gains a memory because of Owen's effect. He evolves an Lysamon in the raising area into the EX8 Tyrannomon for 2 memory. He attacks my security with an Lysamon, checking a BT-20 Violet Inputs, which is played at no cost. Finally, for 3 memory he evolves Tyrannomon into Lamiamon, giving me 2 memory. I move Ghostmon to the battle area. At the start of my main phase I also gain a memory because of Violet. I evolve the BT-21 Ghostmon into BT-20 Bakemon for 1 memory. Next, for 3 memory I evolve Bakemon into Phantomon, and since it has Execute I can attack at the end of my turn with it, so I attack Kabuterimon since it can also attack unsuspended Digimon. Since Kabuterimon has less DP it is deleted, and at the end of the battle Phantomon is also deleted. And now on deletion,
there are some effects.
I gain back 2 memory because of Ghostmon's and Bakemon's inherited effects. I suspend Analog Youth to gain another memory and hedge a Digi-Egg. I evolve Demi-Meramon into Ghostmon. For some reason I don't use Phantomon's effect to play a level 4 on lower Ghost Digimon from my trash. Instead I proceed to crash my Ghostmon into Biomon, which are both deleted. And with Demi-Meramon's inherited on deletion effect, I add Bakemon from the trash back to my hand. For 2 memory I play another Analog Youth, revealing a BT-20 Ghostmon, a BT-20 Bakemon, and a BT-14 Gazimon. I add Bakemon to my hand, the rest is sent to the trash. And for 3 memory I play another Violent Inputs, passing it over to Stanislav with 3 memory. He evolves Cordramon into the green and red Groundramon for 3 memory, and it looks like he still doesn't have a rookie, because he just evolves Groundramon into the EX3 Slayerdramon, giving 3 memory to Stanislav. He hatches another Tsunomon, he plays Palmon from his hand, and by suspending Mimi and Joe, he reduces its memory cost by 1, so it costs 2 memory. With its own play effect, he discards the Adventure Angemon to draw 2 cards. He evolves Tsunomon into the Adventure Agumon, and for 3 memory he plays TK and Matt, passing the turn over to Vladislav with 2 memory. He moves Lamiamon to the battle area. At the start of his main phase he gains a memory because of Oven. For 2 memory he evolves an Lysamon into Dimetromon, and with the Sven Digivolving effect, since he has 1 or less tamers, he plays another BT-21 Oven without paying the cost. Next, for 4 memory he evolves Lamiamon into the EX4 Victory Greymon. With its Sven Digivolving effect, he deletes an opponent's Digimon with up to 12,000 DP, since there are 3 Digimon on his opponent's fields, so he deletes Slayerdramon. And with its other effect, Since a Digimon was deleted and he has a tamer in play, he deletes another one of his opponent's Digimon with the highest DP, so he deletes Biyomon as well. He then suspends Oven to give Victory Greymon piercing and the ability to attack at the end of his turn. And he attacks Stanislav Security, checking Atike and Matt, which are played at no cost. With Lamyamon's inherited effect, since an opponent's security card was removed, he plays the BT21 Cyclomon from his hand, and with its own play effect, it deletes Palmon. And with Elizamon's inherited effect, since an opponent's security card was removed, he gains a memory. But only for one Elizamon, since he forgot about the other one. And by suspending his other Oven, he attacks the other Stanislav with Dimetromon, checking a Breakdramon, so Dimetromon is deleted. And it's my turn with 2 memory. I move Ghostmon to the battle area, I gain 2 memory at the start of my main phase because of my violets, I evolve Ghostmon into Bakemon for 1 memory, for 2 memory I play another analog youth, revealing a purple memory boost, Necromon and Phantomon. I add Phantomon to my hand, the rest is sent to my trash. For 3 memory I evolve Bakemon into Phantomon, and with its execute I attack Cyclomon, which is deleted, and so is Phantomon at the end of the attack. And with its inherited on deletion effects I gain back 2 memory, and by suspending all my analog youths I gain another 3 memory and I hatch a Digi-Egg. With Phantomon's on deletion effect I play the BT20 Ghostmon from my trash, and with its own play effect I reveal the top 3 cards of my deck, which are Necromon, calling from the darkness, and Candlemon. I add Necromon and Candlemon to my hand, the rest is sent to the bottom of my deck. And with Demi-Meramon's on deletion effect I add Phantomon from my trash to my hand. I evolve Demi-Meramon into Gazimon, then into Bakemon for 2 memory, and finally into Phantomon for 3 memory, giving 2 memory to Stanislav, who still doesn't have a rookie, so he just plays another Korjamon for 5 memory, giving 3 memory to Stanislav. He moves Agumon to the battle area, and since he now has a Digimon with the adventure trait, because of Mimi and Joe he gains a memory at the start of his main phase. Next, by suspending all of his tamers, he plays Palmon from his hand for free, and with its own play effect, he discards the Adventure Metal Greymon to draw 2 cards. Next he evolves Agumon into Birdramon for 2 memory, and with its when Digivolving effect, since he now has tamers with 3 or more colors, he evolves it into Angevumon for free. And with its when Digivolving effect, he evolves Palmon into Togemon for free. And since Togemon has the same effect as Birdramon, he evolves it into Lilymon for free. And with Lilymon's when Digivolving effect, he suspends all of our Digimon with 5000 DP or less, and since there are 4 colors among his tamers, he returns Victory Greymon and Ghostmon to the bottom of Vladislav's and Mai's decks. And with Angevumon's other effect, since one of his other Digimons digivolved, he gives Angevumon Alliance and attacks Vladislav's security with her. And by suspending Lilymon, Angevumon gains its DP and security attack +1, so he checks an Agumon and a Cyclonemon, which at the end of the battle is played without paying the cost with its security effect. Or at least it should have, but I guess we missed that part. Read, nigga! Anyway, Stanislav plays the BT21 tie for 4 memory, giving 2 memory to Vladislav. And in Vladislav's unsuspend phase, because of reboot, Angevumon unsuspends. Vladislav hatches a Gigimon, he gains 2 memory because of Ovens, he evolves Gigimon into the promo Agumon, next into the EX8 Tyrannomon for 2 memory, and for 3 memory he plays a red memory boost, revealing from the top of his deck an EX4 Gilmon, BT21 Agumon, BT21 Cyclomon, and another EX4 Gilmon. He adds Gilmon to his hand, the rest is sent to the bottom of his deck. And it's my turn with 1 memory. I move Phantomon to the battle area, I gain 2 memory because of violets. For 3 memory I play Vortex Resonance, revealing from the top of my deck a Phantomon, another Vortex Resonance, and Shine Greymon Ruin mode. I add Vortex Resonance to my hand, the rest is sent to the bottom of my deck. And I get to evolve Phantomon into Necromon for 4 less memory, making it free. With Necromon's when Digivolving effect, I delete Angevumon. Next for 2 memory I play Wisdom Training, revealing from the top of my deck a Necromon and Soulmon. I add Necromon to my hand and the rest is sent to the bottom of my deck. And with Necromon's execute, I attack Stanislav's security with security attack +1, checking a Groundramon and Dracomon. At the end of the attack, Necromon is deleted. I gain back 2 memory because of my inherited on deletion effects, and another 3 because of my analog youths, and I get to hatch another Demi-Meramon. With Necromon's and Phantomon's on deletion effects, I play 2 Bakemons from my trash. With Demi-Meramon's effect, I add Phantomon from my trash to my hand. I DNA Digivolve my 2 Bakemon into Chimeramon, With its when Digivolving effect, I put Ghostmon as its bottom Digivolution card and give -2k DP to my opponent's Digimon. I evolve Demi-Meramon into Ghostmon. For 4 memory I evolve Chimeramon into Necromon. With its when Digivolving effect, I delete Lilymon, and I also attack Stanislav Security with Execute, checking an Anjevumon and Biomon. At the end of the attack, Necromon is deleted. I gain back 3 memory because of my own deletion effects, and with Necromon's own deletion effect, I play Phantomon from my trash. With Violet's effect, since one of my Digimon was deleted, I suspend her to evolve Phantomon into Necromon for 2 less memory, and it deletes Korjamon with its when Digivolving effect. Man, we should get a counter for all of Stanislav's Digimon that were deleted without doing anything. Finally, for 4 memory, I play the BT-18 Violet inputs, giving 4 memory to Stanislav. And this time he plays Wingdramon for 7 memory, giving 3 memory to Stanislav. He hatches a Tsunomon, evolves it into Agumon, he suspends 3 of his tamers to play Palmon for free. With its own play effect, he discards a Lilymon to draw 2 cards. He uses Tie's effect, and by returning it to the bottom of his deck, he plays Birdramon for free. With its own play effect, it evolves into Anjevumon for free, which evolves Palmon into another Birdramon for free with its when Digivolving effect, but he doesn't have anything to evolve Birdramon into, so for 3 memory he evolves Anjevumon into Wargreymon Ace, an extra shiny one. With its when Digivolving effect, he deletes my Necromon, and with its and Phantomon's own deletion effects, I play a Bakemon and Phantomon from my trash. He attacks my security with it, since it has Rush because of TK and Matt, and with the inherited Alliance effect, he suspends Birdramon to gain a security attack +1 and Birdramon's DP. With its when attacking effect, he deletes my Bakemon, and it checks a Bakemon and a Ghostmon. Finally, for 4 memory, he evolves Wargreymon into the BT-5 Omnimon. With its when Digivolving effect, it unsuspends itself, and since it has Blitz, he attacks Vladislav with it, checking a red memory boost, which is placed in his battle area. And it's Vladislav's turn with 4 memory. He keeps Tyrannomon in the raising area, and plays Raging Serpentine for a reduced cost of 4 memory, which deletes Stanislav's Omnimon. And Stanislav chooses not to use its protection effect, or he forgot about it. We'll never know. Either way, Wargreymon goes to the trash, so Vladislav gains back 4 memory, and Raging Serpentine is placed in Vladislav's battle area. He plays the Rush Gilmon for 3 memory, and attacks Stanislav's security with it, checking a Mimi and Joe, which are played at no cost. And for another 4 memory he plays another Raging Serpentine, deleting Stanislav's Wingdramon. And it's my turn with 3 memory. I move Ghostmon to the battle area, I gain 2 memory because of my Violets, I use the other Violets effect to trash Candlemon and draw a card. I'm really going for the deck out. I evolve Ghostmon into Bakemon for 1 memory, I attack Stanislav's security with Phantomon, checking a Korjamon so Phantomon is not deleted. I attack the other Stanislav security with Bakemon, checking a Sora and Kari, which are played at no cost. I play another Bakemon for 4 memory, I DNA Digivolve 2 of my Bakemons into Chimeramon, putting a Ghostmon as its bottom Digivolution source, and it gives -2000 DP to my opponent's Digimon, which deletes Gilmon. I attack Vladislav's security with Chimeramon, checking a Cyberdramon, so Chimeramon is not deleted. For 1 memory I evolve Phantomon into Metal Phantomon. With its when Digivolving effect, I delete my Chimeramon to delete Stanislav's Birdramon. And I gain back 4 memory because of my own deletion effects. With Demi-Meramon's own deletion effect, I add Necromon from my trash to my hand, I suspend all my analog youths to gain 3 memory, and hatch another Digi-Egg, I evolve Pinamon into Ghostmon, and for 8 memory I play Apparition Legion, putting a level 5 and a level 4 Digimon from Stanislav's trash at the bottom of his deck, to play Bakemon and Metal Phantomon from my trash. And it's Stanislav's turn with 2 memory. And would you look at that, down comes another Korjamon for 5 memory, giving 3 memory to Stanislav. No wait, 2 memory. I guess Mats has left the building. Stanislav moves Agumon to the battle area. He gains 3 memory because of his tamers. He suspends 3 of his tamers to play Biomon for free. With its own play effect, he reveals from the top of his deck an Anjevumon, Easy and Tai, and Vergarurumon. He adds Anjevumon and Easy and Tai to his hand, the rest is sent to the bottom of his deck. He evolves Agumon into Ikakumon, which trashes my Metal Phantomon's evolution source, and my unsuspended Metal Phantomon cannot attack or block until the end of my turn. Next, for 3 memory he evolves Ikakumon into Anjevumon, and with its when Digivolving effect, he evolves Biomon into another Ikakumon, which stuns my other Metal Phantomon. And with Anjevumon's other effect, It gains alliance and attacks my security, suspending Rikakumon for some extra DP and security attack +1. And it checks a Phantomon and a Bakemon. Finally, for 3 memory he plays Easy and Tai, and it's Vladislav's turn with 3 memory. Stanislav's Angelumon unsuspends because of Reboot. He moves Tyrannomon to the battle area, gains 2 memory because of Ovens, and because we have a bunch of Digimon on our fields, he plays the BT-21 War Greymon for free. Since it has Rush, he attacks Stanislav's security with it, checking a Wingdramon. Vladislav uses the delay effect of one of his red memory boosts to gain 2 memory. He evolves War Greymon into the French Omnimon X antibody for 6 memory, and we misinterpreted its effect as needing to have Omnimon under it to return one of the opponent's Digimon to the bottom of the deck, so he didn't get rid of any Digimon. Next he uses another red memory boost to gain 2 memory, and the last one as well. He evolves Tyrannomon into Lamiamon for 3 memory, and for 4 memory he evolves Lamiamon into Medusamon. With its When Digimon League effect, he deletes Cordramon and gives Stanislav a petrification token, which doesn't do much now that none of us have any security. Now at the end of his turn, Omnimon gives itself the ability to attack without suspending, so he attacks me with it, and since it's a direct attack and I have no blockers that can block, I'm eliminated from the game. Then by suspending Owen, he gives Medusamon Piercing and the ability to attack at the end of his turn, so he attacks the Adventure Stanislav directly with it. But in the counter step, Stanislav evolves Angelumon into Metal Garurumon Ace, which returns Omnimon to Vladislav's hand. Since Medusamon has progress and is unaffected by opponent's effects until the end of the attack. And since it is a direct attack, Stanislav is also eliminated from the game. And the turn passes to Stanislav, who has 3 memory. And as is tradition by now, Stanislav plays another Cordramon for 5 memory, giving 2 memory to Vladislav. And for 6 memory, Vladislav evolves Medusamon into Omnimon X antibody, and with its end of turn effect, he attacks Stanislav directly without suspending, and Stanislav doesn't have any blockers, so he's eliminated from the game. Well, this game sure was something. Honestly, I don't know how to describe it. But it's been a really fun game to play, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. So until next time, bye!